this is Steve again at HVACpartshop.com. Today we're going to go over installing a run capacitor, dual run capacitor. We have a sample here of what you're going to see when you open up your AC unit. This is the control area that you'll see. Some units, this would be if you had a heat pump, you'll have the defrost control board right here. This is your contactor, and this would be your capacitor. So basically, one thing you definitely want to check out when you're doing this is on the very top of your capacitor up here, each one of these wires, there's a label stamped into the top of the capacitor itself. This one right here, the yellow is going to be Herm, the purple is going to be fan, and the red is going to be common. Okay, so you definitely want to turn power off. So shut the power off on your unit, and then once the power is shut off, and then we'll go ahead and we'll remove this bracket. Now it's possible that the capacitor could hold a charge, so you want to be careful until you discharge the capacitor. A lot of times what I do is just give me a screwdriver that's got an insulated end on it, and then I just run it from common to each one of the terminals to kind of bleed it off. So you just got to kind of bleed it off, make sure there's no juice that's being held into the capacitor. Then we'll just go ahead and start taking it off. Again, that was our purple wire. You can see here it says fan. We'll take off our Herm. Herm's here. Herm stands for hermetic compressor. So that's going to be our compressor wire. And of course our common wire, we'll take it off. And then definitely want to go over on the front, all your capacitors will have a label on it. You can see here on the capacitor, this is a 45 plus 10 microfarads at 440 VAC. Now there's on your dual run capacitors, you got two voltages that you can go by, either a 370 or a 440. If you're a 370, you can move up to a 440. But if you have a 440 on there now, you cannot go down to a 370. It just won't work for you. You definitely want to make sure you get that right, and then also check out your microfarads and make sure that you match those up right. Otherwise, you'll have trouble with overheating, overamping, and it's just not going to phase right for you. So we'll go ahead and get the new capacitor in here. We'll get it put in. Set it up there like that. Go ahead and get our screw. Get that tightened up. Now it's different on each manufacturer. Usually with Linux, if you're doing a Linux unit, which this was off of a Linux unit, all your wires are going to be pretty much the same color. You can tell that your yellow, like we said at the beginning of the video when we looked, yellow was for Herm, so this is going to be going to our compressor. So we'll find Herm up here. Herm is going to be right here. So we'll just plug that on Herm. And then our common wire is our red wire. It's going to actually come down and go to L2 on the contactor. Okay, this plugs into the top of L2. So we'll check that. Put that on. And then of course here's our fan wire. So again, all your colors for Linux are going to be the same. Usually purple is going to be for fan, yellow would be for Herm, and red would be for common. So this thing's all got the new capacitor in there. We're all ready to go. One thing that you may want to also do You may want to add if you're having trouble with your compressor starting, hard starts, one thing you could do is add a super boost capacitor. That's what's here. What this is going to do is give you maximum starting torque. Get your compressor up and running. Once it's up and running, then this will drop out. It's got a relay up here that will drop it out once current starts to flow through it. So I'll show you how to hook this up. It's got 2 wires that's on it. One of the wires, it doesn't matter which one. One of them is going to go to common, so we'll put it on there with our red. The other one will go to Herm, which is right here, which is our yellow wire. That way when the unit comes on, it'll give the compressor maximum starting torque to get up and running. This will drop out, and then you'll be running off of your run capacitor, your dual run at that time. This is kind of neat to mount. You got a screw hole here, or you got a little clip that you can just clip around your mounting bracket here. Just going to pull out on it a little bit, and it slides on there and just holds nice and tight right there, and then you're all good to go. Other than that, I think that's it for this. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. Until then, I'll see you the next time.